welcome back to another episode of This Square Room. My name is Jonel.
Desi D18.
That's your name?
Can be. My name is Deswayne.
Hi, Deswayne. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm not too bad either.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Guess what?
What?
I forgot to tell you, last week I took a 3-hour bus trip.
Where?
Guelph.
For why?
I was coaching basketball, and as we know, I'm not supposed to be driving, and I don't drive. And I needed to get there for 10 a.m. However, sorry, I just burped. However, I had the baby until about 7 a.m. And I didn't want to inconvenience anybody who could bring me, because they already told me what their plans were and stuff for the day. And I don't like to interrupt people, and I didn't want to ask any of the other parents for a ride. So I took the bus.
Oh, like a go bus?
I took several go buses.
Well, yeah, because I don't know if there's one. I'm sure.
There is, but not on the weekend, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, so I had to.
Because what university's out there? Guelph?
yes. That's the one that I went to.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Wait, did you have to do the 3-hour ride back too?
No, all the parents. So on the way there, I ended up missing one of the buses. So it was an hour wait for another bus.
Oh no!
I'm okay with these things. These things don't bother me.
I would be like, just send me home.
Caden's mom was livid.
Why? Because you were late?
Because I had screenshot the address and everything, the directions on her phone, and sent it to myself on WhatsApp.
Okay.
So when she went to go message me on WhatsApp, that's when she saw the directions and was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, she was pissed. So she was getting ready, and she's like, "I'm gonna bring you in. Stay right where you are." At this time, I was in Brampton waiting for the go bus, and she was like, "Okay, it says I'll be by you in I think it was like 40 something or 50 something minutes." And I'm like, "The go bus comes in 30." And she's like, "I don't care. You're not getting on the bus." Okay, so from you getting me and me going to Guelph, us going to Guelph, we would reach Guelph at 12:10. The bus is scheduled to reach Guelph at 12:15. Not that big of a difference, if you ask me.
But you got there closer to 1:15 because of that.
No, this is during that huffle and buffle.
Including missing okay.
So she's just like, "I don't like this." Yeah. I know. Thank you.
Yeah, because I'm like, Guelph isn't 3 hours away, but I guess the 3 hours includes the waiting.
Yeah.
And then obviously buses don't always take a straight route.
So when I did get on the final bus, that's supposed to be the longest one. Asked me if I reached the next stop. I passed out.
I mean,
I did not walk past the front seat of the bus. I don't care about sitting anywhere specific.
Did not pass go. Did not
collect nothing. Nothing. I put my head on I put my arm up, my elbow,
and put your head on your arm,
and I was out. I knew I was snoring because I woke myself up and I put myself back to sleep. I did not look around.
I don't think you put yourself back to sleep. I think you just
Yep.
Because putting yourself back to sleep is like, okay, I'm gonna go back to sleep now. I think your body was just like, okay, bye.
What was that? Oh, that was me. Gone
yeah,
again.
Literally.
My head dropped from my arm. You know when you see people 1,000 times. And I fixed it and put it right back.
I was getting my hair done the other day, and I'm literally sitting there going off of about an hour and a half of sleep. And I was good for the first 2 hours. It took 3 hours, but it was one of those things where she's stopping, she's going here, she's going there.
Yeah.
I hate that. Anyways. So it got to the point when I just couldn't anymore, and I knew my eyes were closed, but I'm like, it is what it is. So I'm just sitting up in the chair, my eyes are closed, and at one point I feel myself go, and I was like, oh, sorry. My head just.
That's been happening to me since I've been going to the barbers as a kid. Even now, as a big man going to the barbers, I'm falling asleep. Getting my hair done, fast asleep.
No, I'm not not when my hair is done.
My hairdressers, I love them so much because they know I'm going to sleep. And they set time for me to sleep.
You know what's good? When girls get their lashes done, your eyes are shut the whole time and you're laying on a fucking bed. And what a lot of people do, they get recliners that they can and they encourage you to sleep because at least you're not moving, you're not opening your eyes, you know? Yeah. And when you're awake and you're thinking about it, your eyes kind of flutter. But like when you're sleeping,
Yes.
your eyes don't do that.
Yeah.
So like it's actually easier for the tech to do your lashes when you're sleeping. But like you always feel bad, right? You go for a service and it's just like
I don't feel bad.
But
I
it's
don't
like
fuck.
it's easier on them.
Give no fuck.
Unless the person's a talker and they really want to talk to you.
Yeah.
And it's like there's no reason why.
How are you?
You asked me that. I said I'm good.
Oh, I thought you asked me and I didn't ask you yet.
No, you asked me.
Oh, I asked you first?
I think you did.
No, I didn't.
I asked you. You asked me,
No.
and then you were like, "Oh,
really?
Guess what? I went on a bus ride."
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad. Okay.
Oh, I am good. Thank you.
Guess what?
You went on a bus again?
No, I found my first social media influencer that I think is funny, that I'll watch their videos, that I'll like. I haven't commented yet.
First one?
First, I don't like this whole watching people on social media constantly thing is weird to me. Like,
oh, you mean like someone that you consistently like?
Like I binged.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, you definitely like a 1-2, but like you've never like binged.
Yeah, I've never
like,
gone on somebody's page and be like, ha ha ha.
and then you're like, oh, let me go to their TikTok
Yeah,
now. Oh,
no,
let me go to their
no.
YouTube now.
I saw this guy on TikTok and it wasn't the first time, and I saw him on Instagram and whatever, and I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, the algorithm keeps like, if I see them on TikTok, I'll see them on Instagram, I'll see them, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's weird. But
And like at first it was like little ha-has ha. And then I'm like, okay, let me go on YouTube and just watch the whole video. It was an hour and like 20 minutes. I watched
Down the
the
rabbit
hour and 20 minutes.
who is it? Let me see.
And I died. His name is Young Philly.
Oh my God, Phil! I know Philly.
I know you know. That's why I didn't tell you who it was at the beginning. I can't say I love him, but I enjoy
Philly
his
has
videos.
a great personality.
Yeah, and that's I was watching like all the blind date stuff and all that.
Oh, from like his old stuff.
Some of the old one and some of the new.
It's funny. I actually was only introduced to Philly because of the Sidemen. I don't. You probably don't know.
Yes,
who that
I
is,
do.
but it's like
Because
KSI people.
yes, I do. Because they have the blind date thing going on.
He recently did like a 20 women versus one.
Yes,
They
yes.
do that, and like I've been watching the Sidemen for a few years, but and like they did one video previously, and I saw him, and I was like, okay, like it's whatever. It was like I don't know, and then I recently saw his 20 versus 1 blew up. It was really big. And then like he's in like Beta Squad videos, Foot Asylum.
Yeah.
So I'm familiar, but like it's you know when you see someone, but then like I don't know, the internet loves Philly right now. So I get it. You're seeing him a lot. Wow. You
like
have like a little boy crush.
I've seen a lot of people that I'm like ha ha ha, but like not even when it's anime. I'm just like ha ha cool. That's it. But with him, I went out of my way.
Yeah.
And I laid on the couch dying. I'm cooking. I'm laughing.
Yeah.
I'm like I couldn't stop.
That's funny.
Like even on the way here, I was just like.
You listen to his music?
No. But I know he does music, but I haven't listened to it.
Well, because you said you
I know.
binged everything.
I was scared. The
videos.
videos.
The one thing that he's like.
He talks
trying
about all the
to
time.
make his career.
I know.
Like,
I know.
He's
I was
a social media
nervous.
person, but he's a musician
I was nervous.
First and foremost.
Because I know if I hear something that I like, I might DM him like, "Yo, let's do a collab, bro." I don't want to be one of those guys.
The way you did it.
Because that's what I think about people who do that.
Oh my
Bro, your stuff is sick.
I've been stalking you for the last
Shut
7
up.
days straight. Have you ever been to Toronto? I'll fly you out. You can stay with me. I have a queen size bed, but you can sleep beside me.
I don't like that.
You have a queen, right? Or it's a king?
I think it's a full.
No, it's a queen. You told me.
Yeah, I don't know what it is at this point. I just know it's not a king because I've had a king before.
And you're not a king,
And
so why would you?
All right. Whew.
That's funny, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Philly. Anyways, I have a BuzzFeed thing.
Okay.
It's like I'll read them. You're basically gonna say like, do you agree? Yes or no.
Okay.
But it's I guess like unpopular opinions about sex is the best way I can describe it. I don't have the name of the article here because I just screenshotted it, so I don't know what it's called. But yeah, people just shared their
unpopular opinions about sex.
But then it was like they also allowed people to do a poll where they were like, you know, yes,
do
no,
you agree or
kind of.
Okay.
And people were able to give their like the results. Hold on, let me. Okay, so this person says that kissing during sex is not that enjoyable.
I disagree.
I disagree too.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what makes it like intimate.
Even if you're just fucking, sometimes you just grab them, kiss them, and fling them.
Yeah, 69% of people said that kissing during sex is enjoyable.
Yeah.
24% said it's whatever. 7% said no.
Yeah. The 7% are whores.
There is anal sex can be just as enjoyable as vaginal sex.
I want to go with no.
I mean, I've never done it, nor do
You've never had sex, or?
You're
You said
so
I've never done it.
fucking-
I'm asking.
We're talking about anal sex. Come
versus vaginal.
Get the fuck out of here.
All you said is I've never
You're
done
trying
it.
to paint a narrative. Listen,
What?
I'm about to be sexually fucking free,
Oh
okay?
God,
I'm about to be...
It didn't even feel good to say that, huh?
It did not. It actually, it felt like I need to go wash my mouth out with soap. Listen, we be busting it wide open in these streets, okay? Yeah. You said no?
Yeah.
Yeah, 58% of people said no. 25% said sometimes, and 17% said yes, it is just as enjoyable as vaginal sex.
I'm on a roll. What can I say? I just know everything.
Well, I'm not asking you what you think
It just-
people say, but I mean, I feel like it's kind of like most likely would share the common opinion, right? And of course, Des knows people. Des knows
see what I'm
everything about
saying?
everyone. Doggy style is the worst position.
Disagree. It's not the best, but it's not the worst.
Sure. So the poll specifically said, do you think doggy style is a bad position? 15% said yes, 29% said sometimes, and 56% said no.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about this? Sex doesn't have to be just about making each other come.
So what the fuck is it about?
The person who shared this opinion said, it's about feeling good and taking...
Stop. Stop.
Stop, Des.
Stop.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that had a whole phase and had some kind of reform, relapse. Like,
it's about feeling good and taking care of each other and listening to each other. I personally just want my partner to have a good time, and I cannot get off on them getting off.
so it's about coming.
No, but so she's saying she doesn't, but she has a good time just knowing that her partner's having a good time. But the sex
So
is
by
still
her
very-
focusing on him having a good time, she has a good time.
Des, I'm just the messenger.
Yo,
You're getting
she's
at
not
me?
making any
You're
sense.
getting
I'm
at
getting
me?
so bad.
This is not my words.
Oh
okay?
my God, that doesn't even make sense. She's stupid.
Well, so what do you say?
What is the dumb question?
Sex doesn't have to just be about
I
making each
disagree.
other come. Yeah, so then the poll, do you think the whole point of sex is to come? 18% said duh, 49% said well, kind of, and 33% said not at all. So the majority said it is kind of, like that was the highest
It
one.
is.
But they were saying kind of. Only 18% said yeah, it is like 100%.
Because she's saying it's not all about that. But that's the point of... Imagine, Joe, you
she's
might
saying
not
it
even...
doesn't just have to be about
You might not even have...
because sometimes you can have like pleasure without ejaculating.
No, I 100%...
Have you've had great
We've-
sex and
we've
you're like,
talked
I've never,
about it, exactly.
So it's
But
not
the
always...
point of sex, that is the point.
The point of sex is actually supposed to be to
Conceive.
yes, that if we're talking like
Which is to
biologically,
bust a nut. How else are you going to get a baby if I don't bust this seed?
Okay, that's so aggressive. That's so aggressive. I feel attacked.
Nah, she was dumb. I don't like that. And then you're going to give an example of you getting off by your partner, by you making your partner
But maybe
get
her partner
off.
getting off doesn't necessarily mean you come, does it?
What does it mean?
I feel like you just get off. Like if someone's like, oh, he gets off on watching his neighbor through the window, like he just gets like horny, like aroused.
So
that to me, like
so
I don't
what
know
you're
why
saying
I use that as an
is,
example.
I'm going to bring you to the peak and then leave you.
Hey, some people fucking love that. They go crazy
Forever.
for edging. Hello.
They edge and then they get a nut by
No,
themselves
not-
after.
listen.
Not these Mormons. We understand these Mormon children are different.
They just soak.
Yeah.
No, edging. No, a lot of people who are like really into like BDSM, they'll edge and then like never have a release, or they'll have their fucking mistress edge them and then like never come, and then fucking lock their shit up in a chastity belt so they can't come until for like a couple weeks until they can, so they can still pee through it, but they can. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, she's stupid. She's a part of the stupid club.
Next one is morning sex is gross.
Fuck.
To be honest, I've always said that I understand, like, but here's the thing. I'm not a morning person in general, so don't fucking wake me up. Definitely don't wake me up without brushing your teeth. I'm sorry. Don't fucking do that. Roll over in my face. If I ever have slept beside someone, I will not, if I speak to you, I'm not like in your face. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you woke up? Yeah, I'm just going to run to the bathroom. Like, I'm not like, and I don't have crazy morning breath, but it's courtesy. Like, I'm not going to talk to you in your face and just, you know?
The morning breath, I don't mind. It depends on who it is. Like, if it's somebody
Nasty.
I'm just fucking, then
I don't care if I'm madly in love with you. Don't fucking talk to me.
The morning sex is not my favorite. Like, I prefer night sex because I'm freaky like that. Yeah. But, yeah.
I'm just not, like, I feel like just let me wake up in peace. Let me wake up slowly and calmly and nice.
I think.
Like, I feel like morning sex isn't, like, horrible.
Yeah,
but, like, I'm just.
Because you're not a morning person.
No, I'm not.
And I normally go to sleep, like.
The sun's rising when you're going
like
to sleep.
4 a.m., 5 a.m., I'm going to sleep, and you want to wake me up at 7 for sex.
No.
I'll give it to you, but, like, fuck.
But I'm not going to like it.
Oh, God. I'm going to hear about that one.
I tell you, it's best when... See, I love being able to talk shit on this podcast.
No, I love it.
No. With people who don't fucking know I'm talking about.
No, I want them to know.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Because you like chaos in your life.
I do.
Yeah, 12% say it's so gross, which is me. I think 46% said it depends, which is you. Me. And then 42 said, yeah, they love it.
So I'm still winning.
Yeah. Actually, no. I'm between it's gross and depends. I'm leaning towards gross, but like I do, there's a time and place, especially on like a vacation.
Yeah. My birthday,
day to day, don't. Yeah, not my birthday. If it's about what I want on my birthday, don't give me morning fucking sex.
Don't give me sex at all.
Just leave me the hell alone. Send me on a trip by myself somewhere. That's what I'd like. Mutual masturbation is kind of great.
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like it's not something I've really thought about.
I don't think you'll like it.
I think in theory it's weird. Like I'm trying to imagine like myself and someone else just like diddling ourselves.
It's weird.
You make eye contact with the person. I don't like it. No, it's also because you're fucking growling like a... But I think that listen, I'm not knocking it if you like it, but I'm leaning towards like, no. I don't know.
Joe, say no. I'm saving you the trouble.
I'm trying to be more open.
Just say no. It's okay. We understand. Just say no.
Will you just let me explore my sexuality?
Joe, you don't even fiddle your own diddle, much less doing it in front of somebody.
I actually forgot about that. I'm like, I'll do it by myself. You think I'm going to do it with you?
That's what I'm like. What are you thinking about?
I'm sorry. I didn't think about that. That didn't cross my mind
I don't know why. Look at you trying to include yourself in shit.
I'm like, let me think. Like, bitch, you know. You know you're not doing that shit. Yeah, if I wouldn't do it by myself, I wouldn't do it alone. But yeah, so 47%.
If you don't do it by yourself, you won't do it alone?
Yeah, I mean.
That's good. I'm glad.
You could have just allowed it. Could have... Allow it, bruv. Allow it.
Thank you. Don't say allow.
You could have allowed it.
That's Toronto. Please don't do that.
What?
Because...
No, Toronto says allow. They don't say allow.
Have you heard these kids? Allow it. I'm like, ooh, I just want to punch you in your face.
Oh, no. I actually
Okay, good.
I don't talk to people.
Oh, that's true.
47% said yes, mutual masturbation is enjoyable. 33% said all right, and then the rest were like me, like, hell nah. Those are the only ones I like
That stuck out.
Yeah, there's a couple other ones. Like outdoor sex is usually uncomfortable and awkward.
I disagree.
The person says there's mosquitoes, sand, scratchy grass, you name it. And don't get me started on sunburns on parts that usually don't see much sunlight. I can't speak from experience, but I would assume it's uncomfortable and awkward. But that doesn't mean it's not good. But like you're not in like a bed or like a soft surface like a couch or like,
Yeah.
I would personally think that,
Yes, it's uncomfortable, but I'm not here for comfort.
What about awkward? I feel like it's just if you're not in
if
a
you're
place
not
where you can be completely
I think if
private.
you're not used to it.
Okay, ho.
Yeah. Okay.
Spit is a total turnoff.
Disagree.
Spit during sex is a total turnoff.
That's a total disagree for me.
I would say sometimes leaning towards yes, like as a turnoff. But I think there is, obviously I feel like in oral sex, aside from that, like if you're like giving head or whatever, like that is, but like when you're actually having sex, don't fucking spit on me. Like, oh, my eye.
Oh, let that shit drop.
What?
Ah!
While like having penetration sex?
Oh yeah.
Nah. See, that's when I would say no.
Like you're not gonna go and spit on me. No.
I tell you, Des, I would fucking call the police. What?
That I'm not going for.
You just spit in my fucking face?
I'm not going for that.
And thought
but
that
if
was a
you're
turn on?
If you're drooling and saliva's just falling out your mouth.
No, why?
Because I'm choking the fuck out of you. Yes, you heard me. You heard me.
This is not while getting head, though. I'm saying that's the only time I think spit, obviously, like
no. No, this is not like.
You're just saying like you're like fucking,
yeah.
Nah, I don't like that shit.
Sometimes I catch it in my hand and just.
Spit's actually very gross. No. Missionary is underrated.
Correct.
I agree with that one too. Shower sex actually isn't that sexy. I say fucking yes. It is not that sexy. Listen, I have a bad foot. You want me to fucking slip and break the other one?
It depends on your shower.
True. But also, what a lot of women, like I remember I had a friend semi-recently talk to me about like how her and her man tried to have sex in a hot tub and it was like fucking painful. And it's because water actually dries up your vagina. So it's not great.
No,
like
but
any
okay.
sort of body of water, and it's not pain. It's not good for anyone who's like, I don't know. It's just not. It's not
a little education, yeah. So when you're having shower sex, you don't necessarily have sex while the water is running on you.
True, better for
that's
the environment.
That's the idea of it.
But that's what people imagine.
Why'd
people
you say better for the environment?
With the water off.
Fuck that. The water's still going. It's still on me.
No, you're supposed to turn it off.
What?
It's just like when you brush your teeth. You're supposed to like turn the water off when you know.
Joe, you know what's so funny? I was talking to one of my friends maybe like a month and a half ago. And I was telling them like, you're the type of person, because they were talking about the podcast. Oh God! And I was telling them,
wait, hold on, my heart's beating. The type of person for what?
You're the type of person that if you and somebody are gonna have sex and they're just like ripping off clothes and you'd be like, no, like pick it up, fold it nicely, and put it over there. Like you don't need to throw it all over the place.
I hate when, and I'm just talking just me alone, so you can imagine with someone when you take off your pants and like the leg goes inside out. Yeah, so like I'd fix that shit.
That's what I was telling them.
It'll take 2 seconds.
That's what I was telling them, and that alone, I'm not in the mood anymore. That's it. That's it. Forget it. Give me my pants back.
I don't need to necessarily like fold and like in the seams and
nope. Like if a guy was trying to be sexy and like take your clothes off, you'd be like, whoa, take it easy there.
Easy, bruv.
And then you just like, come on, you can be.
Honestly, it's kind of like stop. Let me undress myself. It's just enough because what you're doing is just not working.
You're agreeing, but go ahead.
Agreeing with that? No, I'm agreeing for sure. Who the fuck were you telling this to? You need to stop painting this picture of me. I'm trying my best to change it. I mean, hey, baby steps, right?
Yep.
Baby steps. Again, we said it in the last episode. I'm still gonna be me, but like we gotta kind of explore it and be a better version of ourselves. So I'm trying to like dip my toe in the water, but meanwhile you're just like, she's never gonna get in here. She can't swim.
Meanwhile, everyone's like, Joe, and you're like,
you can do it, and I'm like, I think I can. No,
You put your toe in, you're like, ooh, it's cold. I don't like the cold. You know I don't like the cold.
I don't.
And my foot's cramping up now. Ooh, I told you I should have been here.
And I have a bad leg, guys. I can't.
Oh,
Listen, I'm
that's
trying.
okay.
I'm
you
trying.
That's
yeah,
all that
but
matters.
you don't want me to be great.
You're doing great.
One day I'm gonna come to this podcast and be, guess what I did last night? I had wild sex.
No way. I would never entertain that.
No, seriously. What if it was true?
I don't know.
You're like, I can't picture.
Yeah, like I can't.
picture a
I
world.
can't.
Listen, sex is.
Have
good.
you ever had like great sex? Like sex that you're like, woo, we can do that every time.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm fucking done. Did you see? Not even hear the picture. Did you see your face? I'm done with you. Leave me alone.
Joe, really?
It says being in love doesn't necessarily make sex better.
True.
I don't know about that.
Most people probably disagree with me, but I think it's true.
I don't have the answers for that one because I didn't. These ones I didn't really care about.
Okay, I'm gonna play something.
Okay.
And we can talk about the ones that we want to talk about. But it's just like things about men that I guess people don't feel like women particularly know or maybe not even care about. Okay?
Okay.
Make sure this. Oh my God, I can't see anything. No, I lied. I see it. I just can't find the volume button.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to turn up the volume.
Don't fiddle with that one. Yeah.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah, I'm like, you're gonna fuck up the mixer.
Sometimes we pee on the poo stains in the toilet because we are too lazy to use the scrub. If
That's a
you compliment
fact.
my appearance, I will probably remember forever. I still remember when a girl in college told me I looked nice with my beard when I first grew it out. I've had a beard ever since. We have
Yep.
the magical power of thinking about nothing. Manspreading.
All right, I feel like that one is underrated. We have the magical power of thinking about nothing.
That one triggers me a little
There
bit.
has been so many
It
times
triggers me a little
where I have been asked an opinion and
Yeah.
I have none. So many times I've been asked, what am I thinking?
bit.
And I'm thinking,
No, listen. I have to stop you there respectfully. What it is for women is we can also, like, you're just like, nothing's on my mind. I feel like it's much less than it probably
for
is
sure.
for men. But, like, we have that too. So we can understand that. What do you think about? Literally nothing. The problem is if you and I have a confrontation and I'm talking to you about my feelings and I'm like, Des, like, why did you do that? Why did this? Or this hurt my feelings, or whatever I'm saying. And then you're just sitting there. I'm like, what are you thinking about?
nothing.
And I'm like, bitch, I'm talking to you. And you're telling me there's nothing going through your
Not
head.
a damn
That's
thing.
when women don't understand it, because we're literally talking to you about a specific topic. Why is nothing going through your head?
Do you know why?
That's why women are like, what the fuck, dude?
When you guys speak, we just listen. Barely.
yeah.
You cannot talk and listen at the same time. If I'm thinking, I'm not listening.
Yes, you are right about that, because sometimes when people listen to respond rather than listen to understand, then it's like you're not really hearing
I'm not
me.
listening for either. I'm listening to say that I listened.
But that's also a cop out, and you know what you're doing.
Okay.
And
For example, if I'm bringing up something that you honestly don't care about, like,
but if I care about you,
you're
and
gonna
your
be like, okay,
feelings,
Des, I'm sorry you feel that
and
way.
I'm gonna hear you out.
Okay,
Yeah.
now we assume it's done there. But the problem is, as young men, young women don't just leave it at, okay, he said, okay, sorry, and that's it. It's nagging and nagging and nagging. So now when I get older, the second that I hear something that starts that could potentially be nagging, I'm like, shut down. What are you thinking about? Nothing. Because in my experience, anything I say will be used against
you
me.
in a court of law.
Period. In court, out of court. To my mom, you're going to call the world if you need to back you up.
No, you didn't get what I was getting.
No, that's how it goes.
The Miranda rights.
No, I know.
I know, but you.
But I was bringing it beyond that.
I know, but.
I laughed.
You went, huh? That's not a laugh.
And
You laughed harder at that.
and that's the reason why we say nothing. Sometimes we're thinking things, but we don't trust saying anything. Sometimes it's not, to us, it's not worth a long lectured conversation that's going to ruin our night. So
See,
we
but
find
it's
it
like,
easier to
us,
just
it's
be like
that's
nothing.
what's ruining the night, like not
No, because what's
engaging.
ruining the night is you. You are ruining the night because you don't have to bring it up right now. But because you feel like, you know what?
Oh my God, I literally said that last week. I was like, sometimes you need to like know when
You
to
want
not
to bring things up. Exactly.
Yeah, you're
so
right.
that's just what it is. So we just choose to say nothing just so like we don't get blamed, even though we get blamed.
But sometimes it's like for us, it's like how are we having this conversation but nothing is going through your head?
Because
Are you
we
not
don't want to
listening?
have this
Are you
conversation. You want to have this
But here's the
conversation.
thing. No. I get that part. But it's like in that moment, is it genuinely like you go blank or you're just saying we're not thinking about anything?
We go blank
Or a mix.
so we don't think about anything, so we don't have to lie that we're not thinking about anything.
So you're saying the manipulation runs deep in your blood?
Yes.
Gotcha.
It starts at a young age because we are taught differently. You were taught whenever you have a problem, say something.
If you see something, say something.
Exactly. So you come to me, Des, I don't like the way you said this yesterday. Da 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 da. Okay, my bad. That's all you have to say? I'm sorry. Okay, I think it's funny how you talk to her better than you talk to me, and I'm supposed to be your girlfriend. What? Is there something going... Fucking hell.
I will say, women just have this... We have this urge sometimes to just want to be mad at you guys. I get those urges, but I try not to like.
I appreciate it.
It's like when you have the devil on your shoulder.
Yes.
Like, you know that Kermit meme with the fucking hooded one?
Yeah.
And it's like you can't listen to it, but some women listen to it. So when you guys just give I'm so sorry, it's like, no. I built myself up to be this angry.
Yeah, I want more.
So I have all this anger inside of me. So although it should be over at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I addressed it. You apologize. Bada boom, bada bing. Right? But no, I'm mad. So we need to, it's... I don't know what it is.
It's ridiculous. That's what it is.
I promise I am not like this, but I have the I
can understand that, and I appreciate you admitting that.
I suppress them though because it's like that's fucking crazy.
Psycho. Actually, psycho.
Whatever the hell it is. Because okay, here's the thing. You and I have been on the phone, and I'm like, Des, like this is like making me upset. Like, and you're like, Joe, just calm down. I'm like, no, but I think this and that. And I'm like, am I being crazy? And you're like, yeah, you are. So it's like, okay, suppress it. Whatever.
Uh-huh.
Because that's the thing. When you have someone to like spitball and to reinforce like, girl, you being crazy.
You're like, okay.
Yeah. But like even when I'm by myself, I'm like, ooh, Sash, just calm down. But it's like, I don't know. Because I know some people who just give into the crazy every time. And I'm looking at you like, girl, you crazy.
Like, relax.
I'm like, that's what we look like when we like, no.
Yep.
No, you actually have to like think about what you say sometimes. You don't always have to say everything that crosses your mind. Because a lot of the time it is just
garbage.
You being, garbage.
Okay.
Spreading isn't a sexual thing. We're trying not to crush our balls between our legs.
Okay.
Manspreading?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think we think it's a sexual thing. I think it's just like women don't want to stare down the barrel of your crotch.
I wasn't even thinking about not crushing my balls. That's just how I'm used to sitting.
Well, no, because I thought about it. I'm like, I don't know. Some men sit like with their legs so close together, and I'm like, oh, like I was always taught that like men, because your shit is like, is it in between your legs or kind of in the front? It's in between.
In between.
Well, especially your balls. Your dick is in front, kind of, but your
yeah,
balls
yeah,
are like
yeah.
right smack dab in between your legs, right?
In a sense.
What do you mean? When you walk, where do your balls go?
Nowhere.
Like, where do they move? Do they just kind of moving with your legs?
It depends on the boxers I'm wearing. Sometimes I wear spandex on purpose.
The shit you wear is
my
just
skirts?
like a...
My mini skirts.
They literally are. The shit you wear is holier than...
You know why? I realized that
the fucking Catholic Church.
I don't want to be naked. I don't want to feel like I'm naked. That's why I have
you basically
those.
are, when you wear shit
that's what I hear.
Basically just a waistband. They're so torn and ratty.
That's so funny.
Oh my god. If anyone who knows Des, if you've ever seen like a pair of his socks, you know what his boxers
They definitely
look like.
know.
Yeah.
And my shorts, oh god, yeah.
And you're like, oh, there's a hole for easy access. No, Des. They're just about 100 years old.
No, 1,000.
And they've been worn and washed and worn and washed.
And ripped.
And ripped.
Yep.
And I feel like you're the type that if there's like a little bit of a hole and like you want to have sex for easy access,
I'll rip
you
it.
just, yeah.
And I'll keep wearing it.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I've had a girl like at work physically rip my work shirt to the point where like from the shoulder to like the chest, it was hanging.
Why?
Because it was ripped a little bit. And she was like, no, you're not going to keep wearing that. You have so many more. So she ripped it more, thinking I'm not going to wear it. And I kept wearing it.
Your employer allowed it?
What are they going to say?
Get a fucking...
I don't have another one.
Is it one of those places where they make you buy them?
No. They give it to you like you get a new uniform once a year. Gotta wait. I felt no ways.
I'd be pissed that she fucking ripped my shit, though.
I wasn't.
After a shower, we have no problem drying our balls and face with the same towel. Most of the time we try to dry the face first, then the sack. But sometimes we have to go back to the face. We just hope we use an uncontaminated part of the towel. Edit, uncontaminated. My balls are clean after a shower. Just, wiping the balls then wiping my face is just kind of, yeah.
That was my favorite one. I do it, and every time I do it...
But you go face to balls.
I like, okay, I get out the shower. First thing I do is wipe my face.
Okay.
Because I don't know, like I feel like even though I didn't like necessarily wash my face or wash my hair.
Do you get out of the shower
and then dry myself off?
Yeah.
Or dry myself off in the shower? People who dry themselves off in the shower are murderers.
I do that.
I'm looking at you. You look like
because
somebody.
Can I fucking tell you?
Oh God.
That one of the worst things that men do
is leave the floor wet.
Can I tell you? Actually, I think that was when I started to hate my ex.
Oh my God.
Showered at my place and I walked in. First of all, I don't like going in a bathroom after someone showers because it's just like steamy and whatever. Mm-hmm. But when I tell you fucking water everywhere, and I was like, you come to my house.
You come to my house.
And this is what you do. I was like, you're out of your god damn Des. That's when the crazy was about to come out. I was so upset. And then to him, he was like, what? I'm like, you don't understand. I was like, so what I do, and trust me, doing this, I even did this when I was having to balance on one foot because of my fucking broken ankle. So that shows you the commitment level. And I had to teach him this. I'm like, what you do is you just dry off your feet or your legs. I like to do like most of my leg, like basically up to crotch level. And I dry that. Or what I do, I'm standing in my shower. I dry one leg, step out, then step up, dry the other one, and step out. So my feet are dry. And then I dry the rest of my body out of the shower. And I feel like that makes the most sense.
It does for people who have that routine. I don't have that routine.
I never used to do that my whole life, but at some point you have to say to yourself, this is a fucking mess. Let me get my life together.
You want me to tell
Why
you what
am
I do?
fucking flooding the bathroom every goddamn time? And it's a thing that I like.
The clothes that I'm wearing, I drop it right in front of the shower door. I go in the shower. When I come out the shower, I'm stepping on those clothes. And I dry myself off right there. And then before I leave the bathroom, I squeegee the floor with my dirty clothes. And now I don't have to hear no gal complain about no bumba clot water or no bumba clot floor.
Listen,
that's mine.
Yeah, technically it's like those are your clothes. You're gonna do what you want. That irks me, but it irks me in a way. It's like, why does it bother me? It's not my clothes, but it's just like, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's not proper. That's not the way it should be.
And I'm not drying off in the shower because I feel like a weirdo.
I'm not in there like fucking bone dry.
Weirdo.
No.
I'm never even bone dry ever.
I am.
I dry my face. I dry my balls. I tap my legs, my chest, my back, and I hang up. Yeah, notice I said tap. I don't fully dry off.
I mostly dry off and then I moisturize. I know you don't, unless you're going out somewhere where people will see your arms or your legs or whatever body part. But
yeah,
I also have like, it's one of those, like, I think it's like the Jergens one where like you're supposed to put it on in the shower when you're still wet because it's supposed to lock in the moisture. I don't like that because it's like lotion and it like just, putting lotion when you're on, like when you're too wet, it's like slippery.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, and putting clothes on right after you shower, it's like the clothes don't want to fucking go on.
Nope.
Like your body's like, no, not now. Like, God, let me just air out a little bit. Shit, being cooped up under these clothes.
Like,
so yeah,
God, now you're gonna put me back already?
Yeah. Okay, I feel that one. Was that the last one?
No, that was not the last one. That could have been the last one.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Your chances of getting what you want out of us are infinitely higher if you tell us directly.
Fuck off. Done.
Wow, that
Done.
sounded personal.
We just fucking talked about it. I'm so pissed. No, it's not. No, it's not, because you guys think I'm not actually being direct, but I am being direct, and then it's either too direct or you think I'm playing a mind game and then I get the complete opposite result. It's just,
no, but that's the problem, right? No, that's the problem. Because you're speaking personally.
Yes, I am.
100%.
This little robot voice just told me that
we're speaking as a whole.
No.
Women. We didn't say Jonel. We said women. So if majority,
Jonel is a woman.
If
listen,
majority,
it's not majority. For the
if majority,
47th time, the word is majority.
If majority,
I hate you.
Majority,
Yeah.
majority.
If the majority of women
were doing that, fine, but they're not. So you
what am I
fall
supposed to do? Okay.
under the minority.
Okay. No, that's fine.
So until
guess what? I'm gonna hop into the majority.
You're gonna jump over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Majority of the women are hoes. So hop on the hoe side.
I told you I'm gonna be busting it wide open in these streets. You don't know. You don't know me.
No, that didn't even sound like. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry.
I thought that one sounded better than the last one.
It did. But it was still very no for me.
Okay, keep going. Or is there any more?
No.
Oh. Yeah, because that one pissed me off. I'm
When you said cut it, I actually cut it.
No, that's...
I understand why it pissed you off, but it's not wrong. The fact that we spoke about it is not wrong.
No. But that fact is just not accurate.
It is.
No, it's not. Men think they want women to be direct.
No.
But they don't really know.
Okay, now that's like saying women believe they want the truth, but they don't really want the truth.
Yeah. When they're just like, you want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
That was directed towards all women.
Was it? What movie is that from?
Every movie.
Gotcha.
That's like, your significant other comes in, your girlfriend, your wife, your whatever she is. Babe, me and the girls are going out tonight. Does this dress make me look fat? If that dress makes you look fat and I say, yes, the dress. Really? You think so? You think I'm fat? No, but the dress makes you look fat. So I shouldn't wear the dress then.
But like...
You're asking me more questions than I signed up for.
No, but like the way my mind works is like, unless I genuinely want you to know or to tell me, I wouldn't ask that question. I'd be like, do you think I should wear this? Which outfit do you think looks better?
Okay, do you think I should wear this? No. Now you're going to ask me why.
I don't like it. I think you should wear something else.
That's not the truth.
But
the truth is the dress makes you look fat.
But to be quite honest, I don't think I've ever, maybe like very like briefly, like not my whole outfit. I don't think I've ever asked a man like, oh, what should I wear? Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think if anything, it'd be like, oh, like, should I wear this jewelry or this jewelry? Or like, what are you wearing? Like, we should match or some shit. I don't think I've ever done that either. But like, you know what I mean? No, like that type of shit. Not like plan my whole fucking outfit. Does this look fat? If it does, I'll take it. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know? What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I feel like I don't feel like that's the truth.
No. I don't think I've ever asked a guy about what I should wear. I have my own inner turmoil. I don't need shit from someone else.
I don't know. I don't believe it.
Why?
I don't know. I can see you asking your ex, like, if you guys were spending the week together, the weekend, like, oh, like, should I wear this one or this one? Mm-mm. I'm just telling you what I think. I'm not saying I just don't believe you. That's all.
No, I mean, listen, I'm not knocking anyone who does it. I just think for me, it's like, especially if your opinion's going to hurt my feelings, why am I going to ask you that? You know what I mean?
The only thing I ask people is what shoe I should wear. That's it, because the shoe determines what I wear.
I've asked my female friends more than my male friends.
Okay,
but I think that's more like, especially because
girls are liars.
No, it's not even that. It's when you mentioned shoes. That's what I remembered, because if you're going out and you want to wear heels and you're going out with a bunch of other women, I like, oh, what shoes are you wearing? Are you wearing heels? Are you wearing flats? And like, if everyone else is wearing flats, I'm not going to be the one wearing heels talking about my feet hurt. You know what I mean? So like stuff like that I would do. But again, I don't know.
Your girl comes out and she's wearing an outfit. Does not look good. Does not look good. Mm. Are you going to tell her it doesn't look good? Or you're going to match her energy when she comes out like, yes, girl, I'm ready.
No, I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't do the second one. If she likes it and if she's like, yo, I love this outfit, like I bought this today and like I bought this just for this occasion, do you? But if they're gonna ask me my opinion, I will give my honest opinion. I'll do,
a nicer version of it
in typical Joe fashion, kind of gentle.
Let's see what else you got in the closet.
Yeah, it would look even better.
Yeah, no,
This.
see, no.
I'm not gonna be like, yeah, you look like a foot.
And that's why men feel like women can't handle the truth.
Why?
Because you don't have to say she looks like a fat bitch.
You can tell the truth without being mean.
It's not mean. The truth to me, honestly, the truth to me cannot be mean because it is the truth. If the truth is your breath stinks, your breath stinks.
I've had to deal with that too. When you have a friend whose breath stinks, how do you tell them?
It's not, tell them your breath stinks. It's not mean. It's the truth.
I had a friend. She might be listening. She's going to laugh. We had this friend and her breath notorious. Like, it wasn't just in our friend group. Like,
notorious STINK.
No, seriously. And like people who weren't part of our immediate group knew, like, it was a thing. And one day she was offering all of us gum. We're all sitting like in the cafeteria or whatever. She said, you want gum? Some people said yes, some people said no. She gets to this girl and she's like, you want a gum? And she was like, no, thank you. And she was like, take one. Gum. You need it.
I can see that.
What do you mean you can see that?
I can see that.
You don't even know who it is.
No, but I can see that.
Oh.
The person who said take one, you need it?
Yeah.
I don't know who it is.
Do you know the person, but you don't know who I'm talking about?
Oh, no. But I'm just saying I can picture that whole thing.
Yeah.
Nah.
And like all of us were like, oh, because we know. And I don't think she picked up on it though. And she was just like, oh, what do you? She was like, she thought she was like joking. She was like, oh my god.
I used to think that it was mean to say those kind of things until the person I live with, like being around him all the time, because I'm like, okay, you're mean. Like I used to think he's mean, but he's not being mean. He's being honest. If your breath stinks, your breath stinks. If you smell bad, you smell bad. It is what it is. I'm telling you because I care, not because I'm making fun of you. If I didn't care, I wouldn't tell you.
Yeah, my mom always used to like be, I think, I don't know if it's a Caribbean thing or just like my mom, but it's like, I'm going to tell you the hard stuff so that when you go out, you don't have to hear it from other people. Yeah. Or even worse, they don't have to say it behind your back.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Because they will say behind your back.
Like, as a parent, like, if your son, if you're like, oh, you smell musty, like, you're going to tell him before he 1,000%. Steps out of the house because you don't want, they're either going to say it to his face and hurt his feelings or say it behind his back. And it's like, either one of those, it's like, no, let me just check you right now and then.
Nah, what I love is, like, the other day, he hangs out with his friends, yes, but the other day they actually, like, hung out, went to the mall, because most of them are in grade 8, graduating, never going to see each other kind of thing. So they went to the mall. They went to the movies in the mall. So he comes downstairs and he's like, can I borrow your gray shoes? Because we're similar in foot size depending on the shoe. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, okay, my guy, don't wear those shoes, wear those ones, because those are booming with that outfit. Perfect. If he went out looking like black shoes and idiot kind of color clothes, I'd be like, no, you're not going to do that to me. Do you know what your last name is? It's mine. No.
Can't do that to me.
Don't do that to me. Don't.
To me, he says.
And I just feel like a lot of people can't handle the truth. Like, as guys.
A lot of people think they can and they can. And a lot of women are like that, but a lot of men are like that.
That's what I was going to say. As guys, if I put on something and I don't look good in it, my friends are not going to be like, yeah, let's go on road. They're going to be like, Des, bro, go back in your room. Let's go. I feel
like men don't want honesty from women. Straight men, they don't want honesty from women because
we don't believe
your
you.
feelings.
No, it's not that you'll hurt our feelings.
No. Sometimes we will.
No,
some of the things
we don't want honesty from you guys because you guys can't handle honesty from us. So I don't want to hear nothing you have to say.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, that is why we don't want to hear nothing you guys have to say. Because you're going to come at me and be like, ew, why would you put that with that? If it hurts my feelings, fine. It hurt my feelings, no problem. But when it's your fucking turn, make sure you know my honesty is coming from an honest place. Yep, thank you. All the men listening are like,
Listen, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just taking it in. I'm just like, okay, all right.
Yeah, man. If more women can handle being called like, babe, go redo that makeup. No. You look like Krusty the Clown. Let's go. Come on. Wow, how dare you? I don't want to go nowhere no more. All right, well, I'm gone. All right.
Oh my gosh. Interesting though. Okay. Well, I guess now I see a lot of those I knew, like that first one about like the
pee.
Yeah. Like I think you said that we might have spoken about it, but like to me that's just like it's one of those things where I'm not surprised. Even if I was hearing it for the first time, I was like, yeah.
On my way here, I was talking to my friend about it. He's like, yeah, I've heard that before, but I don't do that. I'm like, you don't do that?
You do that?
Fuck yeah. Pachoo, pachoo.
There's also like, you know, like a fucking toilet scrubber.
Yeah,
toilet
but didn't you hear we don't want to use it?
I know, but I'm just saying like that.
Yeah, I'll use that when I'm cleaning my bathroom.
It does a better. Well, you don't clean your bathroom with it. You only clean the toilet, the inside of the toilet.
No, like I'll use it when I'm cleaning my bathroom. Like I have never just like cleaned, except for the time that I
with a toilet brush.
except for the time that I threw up like from wall to wall. I've never cleaned like just my toilet.
True, it's like if I'm
Clean the bathroom
here,
with
might
exactly.
as well just do a couple things. Yeah.
That wall to wall vomit was crazy though.
Okay, Chris Brown. Okay, we're going to get into listener questions now. So if you are a listener and you have a question, a story, a comment, or anything that you want to contribute to the podcast, we would love to hear from you. Today, we have a question from Mason, and the subject is friendships. Mason says, "Hey Joe, hey Des, I recently graduated about a month or two before but about a month or two before graduation, my friend group sort of fell apart.
Fucking hell.
There are two people who I was super close with when we were 12. Sorry, that was my dog shaking. There were two people who I was super close with since we were 12, and we no longer speak. I don't want to get into exactly what happened, but I know that it is not reconcilable. There was a lot of snake shit and things that were said that you can't come back from. It's just weird moving on to another chapter in my life without these people. We had plans for the future and stuff, and now everything has changed. I'm not looking to get them back as friends, but my question to you guys is, what is the best way to move on from friendships that have fallen apart?"
Fuck them niggas. What is the best way to move on? Honestly, because you guys have been friends for that long, and obviously there's been deep things, there's things they know, there's things you know, you guys had those specific, special, life-changing, never forget moments. It's not very easy to just say, okay, I'm gonna walk away from this. It takes sometimes years,
It's funny, you know what they say that like they're like, friends come and go, and like that's true, but like close friends, like, and they do come and go, but it hurts a lot. And I've found out that like sometimes friendship, like breakups, can hurt more
than
like,
relationships, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, not all of them, but like sometimes
the ones that really matter.
Yeah, and so like you said, sometimes it might be a few weeks, it might be a few months, it might be years if it like really hurts. Sometimes you might feel like you're fine, and then there's something that like you guys used to do together, it reminds you of that person, and like it's just different than a relationship, because you imagine your friendships. Obviously, if you're in a relationship, you feel like you hope that it will last forever or however long you want it to last, but like you say that like, okay, if my relationship doesn't work out, at least I have my friends, at least they're there for me. So when they're not, it's just like, oh shit. But like I think the first step is like, when people like a friendship falls apart and it meant something to them and they're just like, fuck that, I don't care. It's like, you do care, so stop. Like there's nothing wrong with just being like, yeah, you know what, it sucks and it is what it is, but like I'm hurt by this. I think like not suppressing your feelings is what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
and not harboring, like, I'm team inner peace.
Yeah.
So like not harboring any kind of hatred towards them and just being like, like Joe said, it is what it is.
100%.
But if you're like, nah, fuck them, they did some snake shit, like,
yeah,
you're harboring that hate for no reason. Like, what's done is done. If you guys aren't speaking, you aren't speaking. It is what it is. That's life.
Yeah. More in the loss of your friendship, but like you said that it's not reconcilable.
Yeah, it's some snake shit. Yeah,
so
I can't believe he fucked the girl. I can't believe
you don't know.
I can't believe you slept with the man's girl.
Well, it's two
That's
people.
foul.
It's two people. Also, maybe it's two of them. I don't know. But yeah, I think that if you know that in your heart, I think that's easier to move on with. You're like, it was what it was. Yes, we thought we would be friends forever. We thought we would do this and do that and do all these things together. And like, that really sucks. But I know that it can't be reconciled. So like, I'm going to make peace with that. And like Des said, not harbor on these feelings, not hold on to animosity and say, fuck this person, blah, blah, blah. If you happen to cross paths with them, you can say hello. Things can be cordial. It'll never be what it was. But like, when you are at peace with yourself, you can be cool with anybody.
Yeah, no matter what.
Yeah.
And like, one thing for me that I like kind of took in my brain throughout high school and rest of life was like, one thing I told myself was like, if I consider, for example, if I'm like, Joe's my best friend, and Joe's like, ooh, this is awkward, like, you're not my best friend, that's not going to bother me, because that doesn't change how I feel about you. Like, it's not tit for tat. Like, I don't need you to be my best friend because I'm yours. If I'm not your best friend, I'm not. That's fine. But I still value how much.
It's different if you're like, you're my best friend. It's like, I don't even like you.
Yeah, like, bro,
That's
who
different.
the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if the person's like, no, you're one of my good friends, I wouldn't say best.
But
like,
yeah.
you see the person as like, you know, it is
That's
what it is.
perfectly
And that's
fine.
Yeah.
Exactly. But there's no way to be like, okay, this is how you get over your friends. No, you just kind of move on with life. You hope them the best. You know, you strive for the best for yourself as well. You know, if one day any one of them ever hit you up and you don't have that hate inside your heart and you can and willing to help, at the end of the day, at a point, they were your best friend. So for you to wish hate on them would be like they weren't your best friend.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, seriously, like someone that you care about, you're not going to just be like, I hope you burn in hell. But you're also going to be like, you know, it is what it is. We're not going to be what we were before, but like, wish you well, and that's it. I don't know. There's not, yeah, like Des said, there's not like, you know, a step 1, 2, 3.
There's no steps.
No, but I do think my advice would be, don't hold on to, you know, grudges or whatever. Don't be bitter about it. Be able to accept that, like, if it hurts, and that's completely fine. But I think those two things, actually, not holding on to anger and also just accepting it, will help you in time. Obviously, you're going to be upset at first, but it'll help you find inner peace, and then you'll just move forward day by day. And like, it's okay to miss a friend. Like, friendships can be very, very significant.
Oh, for sure. Especially if you guys were friends for that long. Of course.
But it's also not the end of the world if, you know, you move forward without that person. Some people are in your life just for a time, a reason, or a season. And like, if maybe now that your time with that person is over, then it's over. That's just, it really is just like a breakup.
Yeah, and who knows? They can hit you back up like 8 years later, have small talk, and maybe you find out that they kind of have a crush on you.
Have no... What?
Huh?
Who is that?
Nobody.
No. I know what you're...
No, go ahead.
Didn't someone write in with something similar?
No.
Oh. Okay, so you're just taking shots. Okay, I thought it was... No, it just felt familiar, but I guess probably for that.
Too familiar.
No, but there's no 8 years. Okay, whatever. Fuck off. What I was going to say is, don't have any expectations either.
Yeah.
Like, if you guys do talk, don't be like, oh, we're going to be besties again. You know? It's just like, yeah, like, we can be cool. And if the friendship reforms months, years, whatever down the road, then that's wonderful. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If we never see each other, like, you just have to kind of accept life for what it is, because that's the only way. Like, once you're at peace with yourself and with the situation, nothing will bother you. You can miss the person, but you're not like bothered by it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you know, in hindsight, do I wish things were different? Yeah. Are they different? No. It is what it is. I'm fine. I'm gonna move forward. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. Harboring on things is the difference between like moving forward and finding inner peace versus staying stuck in that mindset.
But congratulations on graduation.
Congrats.
What's your next steps, Mason? Where are you headed in life now?
You know what I think about when I think of the name Mason? I think of is this name Mason Ramsey?
I don't know nobody.
You know the Walmart Yodel boy?
No.
You never saw that?
Oh,
viral
in the
video?
white shirt.
Yeah.
And the tie. Oh, okay.
His name is Mason. But he actually like put out an album and stuff, and like I used to listen to some of his songs. I haven't heard any of his music in a while, but
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, when you go viral online, you gotta capitalize, right?
I have a friend who has a friend that passed away named Mason. So when I hear Mason, that's what I think of.
But I mean, it's a nice name. It's also Kourtney Kardashian's son's name.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's also what thugs yell when they just mace somebody in the face. You just got maced, son. That was a dad joke.
That's it for this episode. Well, you know, it's actually okay. This is an interesting segue because Des, you had mentioned that you wanted to ask me a question about like friendship and honesty and all that good stuff. So take it away. Oh, sorry. Before we do that, again, it's thissquareroom.com. If you have questions or stories to share, we would love to hear from you. And you can choose to remain anonymous if you so please. Thissquareroom.com.
So, question, right?
Answer.
Let's say you have a friend who can I always go to painting, so I want to go to something different.
Yeah, please.
Oh God, I don't know things.
Are we talking about like a skill or a talent? Like you
Yes.
said painting.
Let's go with play the guitar.
Sure.
They can play the guitar. Mm-hmm. They're not the best. They're not the worst. Mm-hmm. However, they're like, okay, they want to put out, you know, an album and, you know, get themselves more exposure and all that.
Okay.
But they're not good.
Well, you said that they're...
But it's their passion.
You said they're not good, but they're not bad.
When I say they're not bad, I mean like somebody who does not know how to play the guitar is bad.
Okay.
You know, they'll just...
So they have some skills, but it's not fine-tuned. It's not ready for album status.
It's not ready for anybody but you to hear.
Gotcha.
So as their friend, do you tell them that this is not for them? And
if it's their passion, I think that everything is for you if you want it to be for you. Mm-hmm. But as a friend, if my friend is like, I'm gonna put out this like instrumental guitar album, and I'm like, I've heard some of your stuff and like you're good, you have potential, I would be like, honestly, I would invest some time into like more like lessons, fine tune it so that when you put out the album, it is your absolute best. If you don't feel like you're at your absolute best right now, I would hold off on that because you have the potential, but just work on it more. You have a foundation there. You gotta tell them like, hey, chill, but like also encourage them. Like that's their passion. Anything like it's like a singer, right? Like, yes, some people have a God-given talent, but like yeah, some people, not anyone in this room, but some people. But you know what I mean? Some people have a God-given talent, but even those people, if they're choosing it as a career, they still go to vocal lessons. They still put work into it. Just because you can sing doesn't mean you can't be better. So if you weren't born with it, a lot of singers, Ed Sheeran did an interview about this, and he was like, when I started off, I was complete shit. And he played a thing. He was playing the guitar. It was like a recording. He was playing the guitar and singing, and like his voice was it sounded horrible. And this is Ed Sheeran. And if he can admit, he's like, it's not talent, it's hard work. I got better at singing. Hard work beats
talent any day.
But seriously, you think most people don't have talent, and the people with talent don't always go very far, because you can have talent and not know what to do with it. Mm-hmm. It's the hard work that elevates you. So that's what I would tell this person. I'm like, you have the potential, but you gotta like do the extra work to reach that potential if that's what you really want. And that applies to guitar, to singing, to business, to being a doctor, to, you know, being the best friend, boyfriend, girlfriend. Like seriously, you could be like, yo, that dick was a whack, but you can get better if you put in the work. You don't have talented dick.
You were just laying there, boy.
You don't have talented dick, but you could have hard working dick. But that thing
slang ain't hard. It wasn't working, but it hard.
No, but you know what I mean? You could have hard working dick. Doesn't mean you're talented and you just know what to do with your hips.
You got a mouth, but you're not talented.
Right. What that mouth do? Nothing. But it could learn.
Chat.
It could learn. Just chat shit. Yeah, it could learn though.
Yeah.
So that's what I personally would do. What approach would you take?
Nothing. I would support my friend fully.
No, you can't do that.
I would.
If it's really whack,
I would give my input, but like,
because you said they ask you, right? Or they're not asking you?
They're not asking.
Oh, sorry. Dead at me giving a whole thing. Yeah, like they asked me something.
No, all they did was tell you that they want to put out an album. This is what they want to do? Yeah.
If they're my close friend,
your approach was still acceptable for somebody who didn't ask you a question.
Yeah.
Because all you did was really tell them what you would have done and how you would approach it. If
you don't want to take
it,
then whatever. Yeah. I'll still support you. I'm not going to like play your album.
I'll listen to a 1-2 so the views go up.
I'll play it on mute.
But I'll still play, play it, put the volume all the way down.
Give you those views, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'll still support you for sure. But yeah, no, I wouldn't say anything. So, because to me, if you're passionate about this, that's a very good question. I don't know. My throat has been so dry lately. Yeah.
What that throat do? Des, stop. People have fucking headphones.
Oh, I know.
Des.
I know.
A friend of mine, a few weeks ago, you were doing some slurping. I think it was when you were talking about your threesome story. And she was like, yo, I can't with the slurping in my ears.
She liked it. She smelled. She's like, ooh, Des, don't do that.
No,
don't do
she
that.
Did not. Ew. She's like, yo, somebody tell this man to shut up, please. When he does that shit, plug his mic out. I'm like, but what y'all don't understand is it's so loud you would hear it through my mic.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh my God, I can't with you. I don't know if you've heard. Actually, you probably haven't heard.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. You remember months ago there was this, I think she was like a Brazilian like singer or whatever, and she was hospitalized because she was holding her farts.
Oh my God, I seen it. And I was, don't say another word. I want to tell you a backstory. Okay. So.
Were you hospitalized for holding your farts?
No.
You don't fart in front of people. You're not
I do when I'm sleeping. Everybody's like that.
No,
you
but that's...
fart in your sleep like crazy.
No. I mean, like, you don't...
No, I'm not a monster.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Have some class.
You're not like an outwardly gassy person.
No.
Like...
Even belching.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, no.
So I'm scrolling through, God knows what I was scrolling through, and I seen the article. And I was like, why does this look familiar? I'm like, I feel like we've talked about this on the podcast.
You would think so. I thought so too. And I'm like, why is this circulating now? It's another one.
That's what I realized as well.
Another one.
And I was just like, I'm not even going to bother. Mm-hmm. And here you are bothering.
I'm bothering because this one, the first one, she was just hospitalized.
This one's in a wheelchair. This fucking vegetable. Sorry. I'm so sorry. It came out. It just came out because I thought about a joke that I read, and that's what I thought about. And I watched Family Guy, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because it genuinely just came out. And as soon as it slipped, I was like, oh shit. Father, forgive me, for I have sinned.
Yo.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for me.
You know, you need to pray because you're going straight down to hell.
you had to let me know where the down was.
I was like, in case I'm not specific. To hell, where you will burn alongside Satan. You're going down to hell on a fucking stripper pole like Lil Nas X, man. Damn, Des.
Yeah, my fault.
How do I move forward with this
sorry.
story? My God. Anyways, yeah, so she was scared to fart in front of her boyfriend. She ended up in... This is another... I don't think she's a singer like the first one, but she's another Brazilian woman. These Brazilian women just need to... Is like a cultural thing, or they're just like, no farts.
No, papito. You don't like the papito?
You know, they speak Portuguese in Brazil.
Do they?
Yeah.
They don't speak Spanish? I don't know why you're laughing. I'm being dead ass.
I mean, I think some of them, but that's not the primary language.
Really?
It's Portuguese.
Like, for real?
1,000,000%.
No. I don't believe you. No, I gotta Google this.
That's why you're like, papito. I'm like, oh, he thinks she's speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God, they speak Portuguese.
They speak Portuguese, everybody.
It's part Spanish, part Portuguese. Portuguese.
But yes, so she was actually at a music festival in Portugal with her boyfriend when she started experiencing abdominal pain. And I guess she like told her followers this, that's how they know. But the abdominal pain was caused by holding in gas. Oh, she actually tagged the singer Polka. That was her name, the first one. It was in March. But yeah, and I guess the pain. I don't know exactly how she ended up in the wheelchair, but
okay.
I don't think it's like she was like wheelchair bound forever. I think it was like a temporary thing.
But are you like glued to the hip to your boy? I don't understand. Yeah,
especially at a festival. There's so many people. Just let it rip. The music is blasting.
Let it rip, babe. I'm gonna go get a drink.
But I think also, like, I don't think it was just that one day. It would have been like a prolonged.
No, that's what I mean. Are you joined at the hip?
She's probably, maybe. You know, some people are real clingy in relationships.
That's
like maybe,
a fucking problem. Joe, come on. Think about.
Don't make me laugh.
Think about being in a relationship and not being able to fart for months.
No, it's annoying.
That doesn't make sense.
I don't like when people are clingy.
He doesn't go to work. You don't go to work. He doesn't
Maybe
go
she's like
chill
an
with his
influencer,
boys.
So she works from home, and then maybe since COVID, he's been working from home as well.
He doesn't go chill with his boys.
Maybe
you don't go to the store without him.
Maybe he's not allowed to have
No,
boys' nights anymore.
no.
So they do group nights, but she's with him.
Oh, so it's her fault. Got it.
Maybe the only time she can let it rip is when he's like in the shower, and like maybe then she doesn't have to fart at the moment, because you know when like you hold it in so long it kind of just goes away. So maybe it's like, I'll have to fart right now, but then like every time he's around I gotta fart.
So he
then
makes you nervous.
I continue to hold it. No, and then one day I just end up in the hospital.
I don't want to say good, but I'm just gonna shut up if I don't have anything nice to say. When I was like
3, I was hospitalized for like gas pain. I wasn't.
But that's understandable as a kid, though.
Yeah, my mom went to Buffalo and left me with a babysitter. I think it was just a day. I don't think she was there for the night. But I refused to eat or drink anything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And
then.
Out of protest, I was like, "Bring me with you."
I want my mom. Yeah.
No, I was like, "I want to go too." What do you mean?
Wow.
And when she came home, she had to rush me to the hospital, and then they did like a stethoscope. To my stomach, and she was like, the doctor was like, listen to this, and it was just pure and that's all I needed. It's weird. I don't have a lot of memories from when I'm that young, but I remember they put me on the fucking like table, and it's just like the fucking lights in your face.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's weird. But like I didn't, there was no like, it was just have her like eat, maybe drink something warm, and
she'll be fine. Yeah.
I mean, it might be
there's something warm usually.
Farting for the whole night.
Yeah, but she'll be fine. She'll bounce back.
Yeah. I mean, it was 3. I would hope I'd bounce back.
I don't hold nothing in. I lied. I hold everything in.
Yeah, you actually do.
Everything.
I was like,
even my words.
Yes, but more specifically feelings.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because when people know how you feel, they take advantage of that.
Can't let them catch you slipping.
Nope.
You know who got caught slipping? Do you know what a Nutter Butter is? Like the bar? Like, I don't know if it's chocolate bar. Like, I'm allergic to nuts, so I don't
Nutter Butter. Yes, yeah. It's also a cookie. Oh,
is it?
Fuck.
I don't know.
Me and Kaden fucked that up.
But the brand Nutter Butter, this is from like a few weeks ago, maybe close to a month now. But they had tweeted, N is for the way you nut at me. And Twitter went crazy. They were like, how, like, this is so inappropriate for a brand. And then they were like, wait, what are you guys freaking out about? I was just singing. Like, you know that song, like, L is for the way you whatever. And then it got so big that they had to issue an apology. I hate life. I hate that people have to apologize for things like that. Like, it's not your fucking company, it's mine. If I want my company to... If you're so offended by this fucking tweet, don't buy Nutter Butters, bitch.
Like, I don't understand. You're upset about the word cum? Do you hear what your children listen to?
No, it said nut.
Sorry, nut.
N is for the way you nut at me.
That's what you're upset about.
Why would they say N is for the way you come at me?
I don't know, Joe. I thought of nut, cum, same thing.
No, but it's a play on words.
I get it.
Nutter Butters.
No, I know, but people who are upset about this, I feel like what in there are you upset about?
Keyboard warriors.
Oh,
I would have been like, that's really funny, or I'd be like, ew, that's
like,
gross.
Ew, you
like, what you trying to
nasty.
say about your fucking bars? Like, mm-mm. But like, yeah, so they're like, I'd like to address my nutty actions yesterday on Twitter.com. And they were, while I would not go as far as to say it was out of character, it was an outdated song reference, and for that I apologize. And then they went on about like a cookie born in the year 1969, the song da 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 da. Whatever. Oh, so you're right. It is a cookie. I thought it was like a bar.
No.
Again, I don't eat that shit, so I don't know.
It's shaped like peanut.
Is it? Now I have to Google. Nutter.
No, Butter. It's not. It's a circle.
Oh no. They look like they're peanut shaped.
Okay.
Oh, they have like a filling on the inside.
Yeah. It's like peanut butter.
Trash.
Like the first bite is a little
not them, just peanuts.
Yeah, because you're allergic.
Yeah, I want to be rude to Nutter Butters.
Yeah.
Huh? What?
I can't wait to play that best friend game with you.
Why? Why would no? Oh, because I talked about my allergies?
Yeah.
You don't have any.
Shut up. I didn't ask you anything.
People don't know what we're talking about. They will if they heard last week's episode, but I'm right though.
Yeah, obviously. Well, technically you're wrong, but
what?
Seasonal, but whatever.
No, like I'm thinking food.
No.
I'm like, Des will eat anything, especially if it's chicken.
Yeah. That's not wrong.
Obviously. Okay. You are a father
of two.
Of two.
Many.
Wow. But let's I guess we could do either one, but I think obviously one can not even stand without holding on to something because he's a baby. I want to specify because the other one did break his leg. So
that is very accurate.
Shit, my bad. Okay, let me not say that. One is a baby, so I'm not really referring to him, but we could be like hypothetically in the future. But say your older son, you know, was struggling in math.
Okay.
And you, who was pretty good at math actually, you maybe use it for your job or whatever. You just did really good in school, but you were good at math. You studied with him for a whole year, for the whole school year. You know, he was clearly struggling. Sometimes he did a little bit better than others, but overall,
clearly he's struggling.
Overall, very poor. Like, you know.
Yeah.
For the past year, you tutor your son. His test results are very inconsistent. That's the word. So maybe, you know, sometimes he'll like do really well, like an 80 or 90.
And then he drops again.
40 to 50.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, very inconsistent. Now, he has a final exam. You know this. You've been working all year. You've been working up to this moment. Start in September all the way to June, like all school year. He does his exam and he fails. After all this work you put in. What is your reaction?
I'm going to let him know that it's okay. These things do happen in life. And, you know, sometimes you just got to work a little bit harder. And maybe it's not even you. Maybe it's honestly the way that I've been tutoring you. Maybe that's not the way you learn.
Well, he also is in school. So the teacher is, you know.
Sometimes
you
it's harder in
every
school.
Every night
that's why.
Until midnight.
Yeah, it's harder. First of all, that's a horrible thing to do.
No,
yeah, you're just reading. I know, but until midnight, I'm like, okay, first of all, his brain needs a certain amount of rest, buddy.
Okay, so if this is the case, does it change your mind depending on the score? Like, if you're like, okay, like we were studying so hard, you got a 60.
No.
Like, I'm disappointed versus like you got a 40, like, or a 30.
No, it doesn't.
Out of 100, obviously.
It doesn't change my mind. Like, if he passes, then if he's like, Dad,
what if he got a 6?
I've been there.
6 out of 100.
I've been there. I don't know.
You've not been there. Stop it. 6.
My midterm mark for a semester was below 10 on average for 4 courses. I swear to God.
For 4?
For 4 classes in high school.
Below 10?
Below 10. All right. Now you understand.
Anyways,
so
this Chinese father tutored his son daily. He found out his son got a 6 out of 100. And this man burst into tears. And you know what? I get it. He obviously invested a lot of time. I feel like he wasn't yelling. Like you said, you know, like.
How old is this kid? Does it say?
No, but I feel like. Why do I feel like the kid wasn't that young?
The reason why my answers are the way they are is because since I've had a son at a young age. Clearly, you've been
the son.
Yeah, and
so you know how you would want the parent to respond.
And it's also like we don't, as parents, we don't take in sometimes that our response matters to the kid. So if he shows me his 6 out of 100, which he's already disappointed in himself, and I'm just crying because I'm like, it's gonna make him feel even shittier, and I would hate for my son to feel shittier. You know, I'm not good at history. I cannot remember dates for the shit of me. So if my mom,
for the shit of me,
if my mom,
what the fuck was
I don't know, it came out. If my mom was tutoring me in history, that would be me. Because I don't care about Louis Riel and railroads and all these things.
The reason I say I understand, I do agree. You know, there is a way to say, I'm disappointed that you think, but we can, like, you don't need to praise your kid for doing bad.
No.
You can express disappointment, but there's a healthy way to do it. But I think, honestly, this dad, like, he started crying and walked away. Like, he wasn't, like, there trying to make the kid feel bad.
Because it's not about the kid.
It's about the effort he put in. And,
yeah,
like,
and that's not okay.
Especially as a parent, especially a Chinese father, they have very high standards for their children. And it's very much so, like, academic based. And, you know what I mean? So I understand both from, like, an effort on the father's part and, like, culturally just what an education means and why he would be upset. But, like, he could have fucking got a switch out from outside.
I have a question. Sorry.
What?
This is a side note.
Yeah, no problem.
You said something and it triggered something in my brain.
Oh, God, what?
What you said just now,
Which
because he's a Chinese father and academically, that's a fact.
Yeah, I'm not being racist.
Okay, so what's the difference between fact and racist?
Racist things normally have, like, a negative connotation. China is just one of the leading countries in terms of
So who
education.
determines if it's negative or positive?
I think it's also, like, how you intend it. Because I'm sure,
I really wanted to ask you this from last week.
About what?
Like, racist versus facts. Because I feel like...
Well, we've kind of had this conversation, right? Like, if you're a kid, if you're at school and you're bullying the Chinese kid, you think, oh, go for your calculator, oh, da-da-da-da-da. Like, you're teasing them about... Like, being smart is a good thing. And culturally... having your parents expect good grades and having, like, education be a big thing in your country and your culture, that's not a negative thing. That's what I'm saying. I understand why the dad would be upset by that. I personally don't feel like it's a racist thing. I hope it's not. Might be canceled. But, like, I don't know. I feel like it's... because there's, like, stereotypes, but not every stereotype is racist, but some are. You know what I mean? Because... No. What do you mean?
I feel like facts are facts. Like, something is racist is like, I'm like, go pick cotton, you XYZ.
Well, yeah.
That, I'm going to be like, that's racist because not just us do that anymore. Other people do it too. So, relax.
Well, it's not just about that. It's racist because of the, black people were forced and enslaved to do that.
I'm not thinking that far deep into it.
No, but that's where my mind goes because everyone knows, picking cotton, yes, massa, like,
So, it's racist if the person wasn't willing to do it. For example, if I see a Chinese guy...
No, it's not just that. If you want to talk about, if you want to, like, categorize, like, black people as, like, thugs and N-words and this and that, like, all that stuff is racist because of the history that it has.
But if, statistically speaking... the American stats show a certain thing.
Yeah. And
does that make it racist or does that make it a fact?
Both.
I know it's judging.
It's a fact, but, like, if you were just speaking, if you're just like, oh yeah, that black men are incarcerated at a higher rate than any other group in the United States. That statement is not racist.
But if I look at you and I say, I'm surprised you're not in jail.
That is racist.
Why is that racist?
Because
it's the same fact.
It's rude.
Majority. Why is it rude?
Majority.
I can't.
You can. You just don't want to.
I really like. I meant to ask you from last week because I was at home and I was thinking about. I saw something on TikTok. I didn't want to say it because every week I've been mentioning TikTok.
I mean, I'm just finally glad that I'm not the only one that saw that TikTok, and yeah.
And
don't be one of those millennials who's like, I don't want to join TikTok. It's only for Zoomers.
No, I didn't want to join it because I know about the rabbit hole and I understand how I am. Mm-hmm. But then I had to do something and it got away from me immediately. Like, I didn't do what I was supposed to do at all.
I believe it.
Yeah. And I was watching this video and to me, the white lady, I don't remember what she said, but it was to me, it was a fact. You might not have liked how she said it, but she's not wrong. So I'm like, okay, what makes it racist? When somebody's feeling get hurt? Or are we talking about the fact of the matter?
No. So you can being on the receiving end of racism can hurt your feelings, but not everything that hurts your feelings is racism. You know what I mean? So just like being like, why aren't you in jail? Like, that's rude. But if you're saying that to a black person, it has a higher like it has more history to it, if that makes sense, because once black people were quote unquote free, which that's a whole other conversation, black neighborhoods. First of all, black people were not allowed and given the same opportunities. I'm just talking like United States and in some places Canada, but they were not given the opportunities to further themselves financially with their education. So they were put into neighborhoods that, were considered ghettos, and those neighborhoods were policed several times higher than white neighborhoods. So it's not that white people didn't commit these crimes. There were just less cops around to catch them, whereas the cops were all in the black areas. So that's why more black people went to jail. So that is a racist thing, because they did that because they're like, well, black people are this, black people are that. So black people being incarcerated at higher rates is racist historically, because those areas were policed higher. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it is a fact. So when you say certain things, you could say something like, yeah, that hurts my feelings, but it also has a negative connotation to it. If I just think you're an asshole and I cuss you out, yeah, I mean you.
Yeah, but once I call you a typical black girl, I'm not racist.
You may be, I don't know. It depends on like what you mean by that.
See, that's what doesn't make sense to me.
But like, it's not a black and white thing.
It's like, I'm driving, right? Somebody cuts me off. I'm cussing. I look beside me. I look in their car. Of course, it's a Chinese person.
That's racist.
Why is that racist?
Because why, like, what are you trying to imply? What do you mean, of course, it's a Chinese person?
Because statistically speaking, majority. Fuck. The thing is, I can't even cuss you every time. That's the thing. So I just have to cuss out loud.
Just fuck.
Yeah, I can't even say you, because why am I cussing you for? You're not wrong.
Never am.
Because statistically speaking, X, Y, and Z. If there's stats attached to it, right, that are facts.
See, to my knowledge, and I may be wrong, and if I'm wrong, someone can correct me, but I don't think there's an actual thing that Chinese people can't
No, I'm
drive.
just using
That's
that for an example. I'm using that for example.
I know that to be racist, because they make jokes about people's eyes, and they say they cannot see, therefore they cannot drive well. So that is a racist thing. Talking about a black person's big nose, a Chinese person's eyes, a Jewish person's nose, like those things are racist. You're hating on traits that a particular group has for no good reason. Like those are racist things. I
don't know. I'm still pivoting. Certain things you're saying, I completely understand.
Mm-hmm. But like, I get what you're saying. I can't give you if it's this, it's racist. If it's this, it's not, because it's black and white. It's not black and white. There's a gray area.
See, that's what I don't understand.
Offensive does not always equal racist. Racist usually does always equal offensive. I mean, I guess being offended is very subjective. Like if you feel offended, then you feel offended. But like, you could hurt my feelings, or like a white person could hurt my feelings, doesn't mean that they're racist. Like, you know what I mean? Just because they're white and saying something to me and I'm a black woman does not mean that they're racist. It just means that they're an asshole. And
so then when do you decide that they're racist? It
depends on what they say specifically. If they want to talk about my skin color, if they want to talk about, certain features that are common to black women or black people, if they want to call me the N-word, that's when it steps into racist territory. If people want to follow me just because I'm black, not because I'm doing anything wrong, versus people who are being hoodlums and whatever and doing stuff wrong.
Time out.
You're going to say, how do you know? And that's what I'm saying. It's a gray area. How do you know that a security guard isn't just doing his job versus... That's why you can't jump to conclusions very quick. You got to like scope out the thing. If you feel like you're being followed, do a little test. Nothing's in my hand. Am I being followed in a reasonable way, or is it unreasonable? You cannot just jump to conclusions, because it is a gray area. It's not just black and white.
Yeah, see, no, I don't understand that. Like, I get what you're saying. Yeah. And that's why I don't understand it. Because with me, if something is racist, it is like, that's that. Like, hey, N-word. Yes, okay, that I understand. There's no gray area for that. I get it. But like the same thing you're saying, like the following, like I got into an argument with somebody because she was saying, okay, if she walks into a store and, let's say it's a white owner, or, nobody that's black. She walks into a store and they're watching her because they feel like she's going to steal something that's racist. I'm like, that's not necessarily racist. How do you know? They didn't just recently get robbed and they're just kind of on edge. And maybe the person who robbed them was a black person. So is it wrong for them to now be like, okay, let me kind of watch this particular group.
Yeah, I mean, I used to work at Claire's and they told us to watch everybody. You know what I mean? So like whether you're, but it is different when like they ask me, a young black woman, to watch other people. They're not like, if other people of color come in, they're not going to automatically assume I'm being racist. But when it is a white person or someone
that's crazy
that looks
to me.
No, but it's just like people are on edge when it comes to white people, and it's like not every fucking white person is racist, and not every
pisses me off.
and not every white asshole is racist either.
Exactly,
Sometimes
he's just
they're
an asshole.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
No, of course.
And that's what I don't understand. I don't get it.
No, for sure. That's the thing. It is a gray area. It's about intent and like what the history behind it. Typically, things that are racist have historical meaning or hardships or whatever. Like it's not just something that like just popped up today.
Because I can understand if it's like, okay, you know, I say something, and let's say you're a guy, right? I'm a white guy, I say something to you, and you come up to me, you know, we're arguing or whatever, and you're like, did you mean that in a racist way, or you're just an asshole? I'm like, yeah, fuck you, buddy. Of course I meant it in a racist way. Now you punch me in my face, I get it. You asked first.
That's a very clear line.
Clear. You know what I'm saying? But if I say something and you're just jumping that I'm racist, and I'm like, I'm not a racist. Yeah, you are. You said, no, I'm not.
It actually does.
I'm just an asshole. Like,
no,
what?
It actually does bother me when people like
jump to that.
Yeah. No, it does. Because sometimes I'm like, listen, I'm not on the side of the perpetrator over here. I get that they are in the wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
But you trying to be this woke person, being like, it's because I'm black. It's because
not
it's
necessarily.
Because I'm Mexican. It's because I'm Indian.
Because you have no bomba clot sense.
No, it's like you're like you were wronged, but you are making it into a
bigger thing than it needed to be.
It's not even bigger. I guess racism is bigger, but it's like you were wronged. You were wronged, period. You are in the position of being right. Don't take away from it by being so radical and being like, you're racist and this and that, and this is a hate crime. No, it's not. I just hate you. I don't hate all your people.
What I'm saying? Just you.
I hate all black people. I hate this black person.
Yeah. Oh, so now you're mentioning the fact that I'm black. What does me being black have to do anything? I'm being specific. Oh, you don't even know that I'm a man. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's like, that's the thing. And while the world is becoming more inclusive, which is great, we're also becoming a lot more sensitive and touchy. And it's just like, it's not in a good way.
It's not at all.
A lot of it is good. I think like having these conversations and being open and being more courteous about like other people's feelings is great. But like, we can't live on eggshells. We can't like you said, because it's not black and white, like we can't always live in this weird gray area where it's like you can't say anything.
Nothing at all. It's crazy.
Like if you're being an asshole, I'm gonna cuss you. And like if you're swerving on the road and you're driving like a maniac and I'm cussing you out, and then you happen to be Asian, or you happen to be a woman, or God forbid you happen to be an Asian woman, shit, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't make me racist. Just means that you were actually in the wrong, and like I just pointing something out and you just happen to be that way.
Yeah, I kind of designed my son to just say stuff sometimes.
What does that mean?
So
designed.
If you were like, oh, sorry, Kaden, you know, I thought I had an extra freezy, but I don't. Here, you can have half of mine.
Oh, it's because I'm black?
Wow, because I'm black, huh? And I love how everybody else gets, because if you don't know, you're like, oh, no, I swear that's not it. And he's just laughing. He's like, I'm joking. Like, it's not that serious.
Yeah, if you're being playful. But the thing is, when people actually mean that, like, it's because I'm black. That's
I
why.
deadass say yes. Yes, it is. Seriously?
Well, they wouldn't say that to you because you are also black. So they wouldn't.
You don't think they would? They would.
Yeah.
My favorite thing I ever did was say that I don't like black people in a, like, surrounding of black. Oh, this is why I can't stand black people.
Yeah, we have to understand the context. Like, obviously, you're probably being truthful, but you're being playful as well. Like, you're not actually saying, I fucking hate black people. They all need to burn. I don't know why I had to say that part, but you know what I'm saying. You're not. Stop it. Des is looking at, for those of you who are wondering why he's that, he's looking at me like, yeah, that is actually
giving her the slow smile.
He's like, that is truly what I meant. No, it's not. Don't say that.
No, it's not.
But it's just like, oh, I'm so fed up. That's just like, I was on TikTok last night, and a guy it's just a Jamaican man, and he's like, I don't like Jamaican people. I can't stand Jamaican people. And he told a story, and it's funny. It's just like how the woman reacted, and he was trying to stick up for her, and she came and cussed him, and it was just like, why do our people got to be like that? But it's just like, it's like.
But nobody else can say that about your people, or it's racist.
Well, I don't think it's racist.
If a white woman was saying that, oh, I can't stand Jamaican people.
Can I tell you, this is back in the days when like Facebook, it wasn't like popping, it was still on its way out, but it was like more whatever. I saw a video on Facebook and it like, I showed it to my mom and we cackled, and I still reference this. It was a white woman. She's like, I love Jamaicans. I love going to Jamaica. I love the culture. I love the food. I love whatever. And you know, and then she hit with the but, and you're like, here it goes. And she was like, but they beg too much. And I was like, and she went on about the fact that like, it's just a culture where if you are from somewhere like Canada, United States, England, like any, you know, oh, can you help me with this? I need that. Send me this, send me that. Like Jamaica has a decent enough economy where you can get decent work. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's not easy anywhere. A lot of people struggle to find work. So it's just like the fact that it is so commonly accepted to just, oh, let me beg this person. And they actually say, oh, beg you. Like they literally say they're begging. It's not, you know, and I was like, the fact that this is a white woman, I think she was Canadian, if not she was from the States, but like that she could recognize it, and honestly she said it and it didn't come off as racist. It was just like, you're speaking facts, but that's what you're saying. It's like, it's that gray area, because
exactly, because you're saying she's facts.
If she had said it, but it's the way she said it too.
But you know, somebody else could look at it. My mom
used to always tell me growing up, sometimes you could be saying something so right, but it can come out so wrong. So it's like, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. You know what I mean? I could be like all the time, I'm like, Des, oh God, I hate you. Oh, you're annoying, da-da-da. But you hear it in my voice that I'm obviously being sarcastic, I'm joking, we're laughing, whatever. Versus me looking in your face like, I hate you, you're fucking annoying, you're this, you're that. It's different. It's not what I said, it's how I said it. Versus you could say something nice too, and it could sound very passive aggressive.
See, that's why I disagree. It's not what you say or how you say it, it's how the person takes it.
Well, that too. Perception is everything.
Yeah.
How the other person perceives it.
Once it leaves my mouth, it's no longer about me.
True.
It's about who hears it and what they're hearing.
100%. But that's like a whole know your audience thing. But what I'm saying is, this woman, if she had said it in a slightly different tone,
or a couple years later,
it could have, I mean, I still would have perceived it the same way. Again, it's how I perceived it. Yeah. But like, if I felt like she was saying it with a lot of hatred and malice, I'd be like, oh my God, this fucking bitch.
But yet, it's still a fact.
Right.
That's crazy.
But that's what I said. It's a gray area. Because then you're going to get in racist. It's not just,
I'm now a dog.
I feel like some of them can
be. Been a dog. Sorry, huh?
True that. No, but like some people, would argue like, oh, it's not just Jamaicans. It's a lot of people in third world countries. It's a lot of people in the Caribbean. And then like, oh, it's not just the Caribbean. I know a lot of people who go through the same thing with you know, their family in
Canada.
I was going to say like places like India, like other places of the world. You know what I mean? So and that's true. It's not just that, but like, I'm not talking about the rest of the world. I'm talking about Jamaica, you know? So it's just, I don't know, man. It is what it is. I feel like I answered you, but I also didn't, because it's not
there's
black
no
and
right
white.
answer. Yeah, got it. So some things are racist and some things are facts. It's how you say it and how people perceive it.
Right. So if you are saying something to someone of any ethnicity, it's not just about black and white people. Obviously, there's so many different ethnicities in this world. And if someone is saying something, or if you're saying something to someone and someone says, you know, this is coming off very racist or very prejudiced, and you don't intend it that way, that's when you pivot. I think when you double down, when someone's like, yo, are you being racist? And you're like, you know, you get defensive and you get more upset, you start spewing out things, then it really does come across as racist, because now you're doubling down. As opposed to if you truly don't mean to be racist, or you truly don't mean to be offensive, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. No, that's not what I meant. What I meant to say was da-da-da-da. Or for clarification, this is what my intention was. Versus when you just double down. Like, I'm calling the cops.
People are so weird.
This black man. Like, you know.
5'8".
Oh, for some reason, in my head, I heard you say 5'8", but in my head, I'm like 8'5".
Oh God.
I don't know. I think I'm tired.
Yeah, it might be the question of the day.
I think it is time for the question of the day. What were you gonna say first?
I was gonna say I seen a TikTok where this, I don't remember what he was, white, Asian, I don't remember, and he would do this thing where he walks past 1, 2 group of black people, but black guys, and there would be a nickel on the floor. And he'll be like, ooh, look, first time I've ever seen and it sounds like he's saying the N-word. And they're all like, you want to try that shit again? And he's like, what? Like a nickel. And they're like, oh, okay. And he's like, what did you think? And he's like, oh, my bad. I thought you said something else. All right, you're good. And I'm like, really? Is this really how people feel? Really? Because if that was me sitting there and he's like, oh, and I'm not looking nowhere because I don't identify as that.
I look too, like where?
Where'd you find one? Like, that's crazy. I thought those were extinct. I guess because personally, I like if somebody's like,
but you didn't. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong. You didn't grow up in an environment where you were being called that derogatory.
No. I've been in an environment where I was a bitch and a dog, but I still would not be like if somebody's like, oh, look at that dog. Scooby. Yeah, and like if I'm walking and somebody's like, bitch, stop walking. I'm still walking because you're not talking to me.
Why? I call you bitch all the time.
But I'm not gonna stop because that's not in my registry of names.
It is. Because every time I call you a bitch, you give me a little look. Like,
because I know you're looking at me, talking to me.
You give me a look like you little shit.
And I just, like I don't know. I feel
but
like
I call you a bitch out of love.
I don't know.
Not out of hatred.
Well, you like dogs, so yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, but you're not a female dog.
And you don't have a female dog and never have you.
Have I?
Kobe was a girl?
No.
Exactly.
Your Kobe was a girl.
Yeah, that's why I was like, no, you haven't.
only male dogs.
Yeah.
What other pets have I had?
Just 2 dogs.
No.
Don't ask me now. Because now I got to ask somebody else.
I don't know if I've definitely mentioned it before. I
know for that question you would not get that right from me because you don't know because I've never brought it up.
Yeah, I only know about the dogs. You probably at some point had fish, and I know obviously Sparky, rest in peace.
I've had birds.
Me too.
Oh, really?
2 budgies, Sylvester and Tweety.
Oh, I don't remember their names because I didn't care.
When I was trying to... I told this story when I was trying to save that bird. I was like, I've had birds before. That's why I said, you definitely know, but it's one of those things that you don't remember. I told you.
Now you told me. Now you can't.
It's not going to be one of the questions.
Okay, fair enough.
We can't. We're just trying to get to know each other.
I know, right? Look at us trying to get to know before we actually get to the game. What'd you say it was again? Just tell me real quick. Okay, cool. After this, we'll never talk about it.
No, we can't. We can't actually like quiz each other and then put those. It doesn't count.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but let's do the question of the day. Today, the question of the day is: what is something you wouldn't want to change about yourself?
My sense of humor. I feel like that is very.
Fair.
I feel like it's
up, but
and it's also
you.
an icebreaker for people. Because I think my sense of humor makes people relax a bit. You know, you see a big black guy, you're kind of like, oh fuck, and then when you hear me talk, you're like, oh,
true.
fuck.
I think that's why people love The Rock. Like you just see this big guy, and you're like, oh god, he's scary. And then when they have like a teddy bear personality, you're like, I just like you. And me, I'm like, I just want to be this person's friend. You're like, yo, she's trying to fuck.
Yep. Tonight.
But yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that. For me, it's kind of the same. I like my personality, like just in general.
Yes, a lot of people like your personality.
What does that mean?
A lot of people like your personality.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because a lot of people like your personality.
Are you being... I can't tell if you're being shady.
I'm being serious.
Nah. You said it some type of way.
Joe, a lot of people like your personality.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends. Okay? Just friends.
Because a lot of people like your personality.
Yeah. Friends.
Yeah, friend zones.
No, just... No zone. Just friends.
No
just
flex
friends.
zone.
I hate you. But yeah, that's something I wouldn't want to change about myself. Because I feel like your personality makes you who you are, you know? Like,
it does. 100%.
Yeah, so I wouldn't want to change that.
I feel like... Yeah, okay.
What? Why'd you say
I was going to say like...
I feel like...
Because I was going to say, if you didn't have your personality, you wouldn't talk to anybody and you'd be an introvert stuck in your room all the time, never going outside. But obviously...
Joke's on you.
I'm still that with my personality.
No, I like, but I also like being alone. It's just one of those things. You turn it on when you need to turn it on, and you turn it off when you don't need to.
Nope, I turn it on when I need to, and it shuts off on its own.
I literally, like, even people around my condo, like, there's this cleaning lady who works here, and like she's lovely, wonderful woman, but like sometimes when I know, like, especially like I'm walking my dog, I'm going out and I know I'm gonna see her, like I try like avoid her. It's just because like she's wonderful, but I just don't want to talk. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And like I feel bad, but it's like
conversation again.
And then like she'll see Kingsley and she's like, "Oh, Kingsley, hi, my boy," and like
my whole neighborhood talks to me.
And then and then she's like asking me like, "Oh, you know, how are you? How are things? How was your mom?
How are you really?"
Yeah. And I'm just like, I'm pressing the elevator button, like, yeah, you know, and it's just like, and it's not a personal thing. I just sometimes you just need to
right now. Once in a while, but not every time I see you.
That's just like when, you know, some like, I don't know. Have you ever been in a relationship or talking to someone and like you just want to be alone, but like they take it like you don't want to be with them?
Look at my face. Say it again.
I'm not. I actually don't want to look you in the eye. For everyone listening, there's a complete difference between I want to be alone and I don't want to be around you.
Yep.
Some people here, I want to be alone, and they're just like, "Oh, you don't want to be around me," and it's like, no, I don't want to be around anyone. I don't want to be around.
And they take it very personal.
My own mother. Like, I just want to be alone. I just need a minute or a day or whatever, however long, but I just want to be alone.
Yeah.
Literally, the only person I don't mind not, like, being in my space is my dog.
Yeah, I can see that. And even sometimes like, oh, just get down. Okay, come here. Sometimes.
But you know what? When he's not with me, I don't like it. I prefer him to be with me. Like, you know, it's one of those. So like he's annoying too. Shit, everyone's annoying. Yep. I'm sure I annoy the shit out of him too. But it's just like when it comes to humans, I don't know, man.
Short fuse.
But then it's like it's not even a short fuse. It's just like you just need some time to yourself sometimes. That's why I'm like I could never live with a significant other. First of all, is it weird to want to be married and have separate bedrooms?
No.
Bedrooms.
No.
I want my own room.
I would.
No, seriously. I'm like, I need to be able to afford a big enough house. I want my own like workspace, my own home office, because I work from home. And I also want it's like, yeah, you want to share the bed, but I also, what if I just want to sprawl? You know?
On the couch.
No, you go on the couch. You know what? Why do I have to go on the couch?
If I was married to somebody and they wanted separate rooms, I'm cheating. Straight out the bat.
But you know, historically, you remember like in old timey movies, or like remember Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and his grandpa, like his grandpa and grandma had separate beds. Like that was a thing, and they did that. The
king and the queen had separate bedrooms. Because
human beings are actually not meant to sleep with other people. Like you sleep better in your own little space. Yeah. But obviously, you know,
over time and
you know, romance and sex, it's easier with one bed, and like that became the norm. But like having two beds in one bedroom was the common thing historically. So I'm just like, why can't we do that? Except I don't want your bed to be in this room. Have your own room, have your own space.
No, I will, with my own people in my own room. Don't worry about my
own closet. Here's the thing, I sleep with my TV on. If it's someone who doesn't want to sleep with their TV on,
you would not be with them.
No, what do you mean?
You would not marry somebody who doesn't already know these things, though.
Yeah, but if they're trying to change me, like, you gotta turn the TV off.
You would not marry them.
But like it's like my version of like a nightlight. Not that I'm afraid of the dark, but it's just like terrified. I don't like the no. I'm not afraid of the dark, but it's the silence. And I'm someone who can't sleep, so having the TV on, I fall asleep to whatever's on. I'm not even like watching it, but it just like helps me relax my mind. But when it's silent, I'm up all night thinking about everything, But like if the TV turns off or whatever while I'm sleeping, I'm fine. Like, and actually, funny enough, when I'm really tired, I have to be really, really tired, but I will not sleep with my TV. Well, that's a lie. I was gonna say recently, like for a week straight, my TV was off, but I was falling asleep to my laptop, so it doesn't count. But like, you know what I mean? Like, there's always something. Like, that's just how I have always operated, literally since I was a child.
I used to be like that because I used to always have music playing. And then I realized that I didn't want to be somebody who was stuck on just one thing ever. So that's literally why.
I'm not stuck on one thing. Like I said, laptop, TV. I'm versatile.
That's literally why I don't like anything in particular. Because I made sure growing up, there's nothing in particular that I liked.
That's sad.
It sounds sad, but I never wanted anyone like... The worst thing for me,
enjoy your life. Like what you
the
like
worst thing
and
for me
love what you love.
Was for people to bring up something I love or something that I like,
exactly,
or in an argument.
You did
so
that.
if I'm like, oh my God, Joe, you're always fucking sleeping with the TV on. First of all, fuck you.
Can I tell you, you're not the first guy to say that to me. Like, I've spoken. I had a friend, and he had just gotten out of a relationship. So we were talking, again, this is just a friend, but like we were talking about, you know, some of the things that he went through in his relationship. And he was like, honestly, one thing that I know, like the next person I date, like it would be hard for me to open up, because when I did open up to my ex, you think, oh, this is nice. Like, we're getting closer. I'm opening up to you. But then the minute there's a fight, these things are being thrown back into my face. And, like, that is just, like, the shittiest feeling. That's why men
really don't like to say stuff.
Yeah. And I'm like, that sucks. Like, the fact that you feel like you have to, like, suppress a part of you because of fear that... I mean, I get it. But, like, I don't know why... I feel like, listen, we can argue and I can tell you about yourself without having to throw irrelevant things in your face.
Like, you remember when, like, I told you my car got mashed up because this girl did some stuff to my car. We spoke about it, and she was like, well, you don't care about anything, and the only thing I thought you might care about was your car, and you didn't even care about that. So... you thought I cared about my car.
That's when you were like,
so you mash up my car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this is the exact reason I do what I do.
That's beyond trying to throw something in your face. She's trying to mash something up in your face.
And that's what I always wanted to avoid.
Yeah.
Somebody doing something, knowing that I love it,
but it's like,
and throwing it back at me.
The reason I say that's sad, and I get why you would do that. I get why you or anyone else would do that. But like, the reason I say it's sad is because, like, don't let people steal your joy.
Too late.
But, like, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? Not
don't
on you,
let
on
the devil
on the people.
take your joy. Sorry, that's a song from church.
Oh, I don't go to church.
No,
so I
neither do I.
But, you know, it's just like, that is sad. And if you're someone doing that to someone, and I understand that some people do it unconsciously.
Yeah.
But, like, really try, like, put yourself in that person's shoes. If they did something that bothered you, and you want to bring up what bothered you. Don't bring up, and that's why you da-da-da-da. Like, you don't have to bring up other shit to make them feel bad. You can make them feel bad just by what you're talking about. You don't need to, like... just
by talking.
There's no need to, like, rub salt in the wound or to bring up shit that, like, you know, again, that once brought them joy, because now you're legit stealing their joy, and they're gonna low-key resent you, and the relationship is gonna change. They're gonna be more distant. They're not gonna open up to you. They're not gonna...
This fucking guy talking to me and he can't even fucking see. Seriously? What? Look, can you see?
Well,
oh my
I mean,
God.
I've kind of done that to you.
No, but that's haha. It's haha, right?
It's more, it's haha. Yeah, it's more like he, because it's a revenge.
Yeah,
so it's like,
okay, fair enough.
But, like, obviously,
yeah.
That's like, you and I both know a lot of personal stuff about each other. That's just like, if we get in a fight and I'm trying to throw shit in, like, no,
crazy. Oh, that would be so funny.
That's not cool either way. But, like, I don't know, for some reason, my knowledge is that women do it more than men.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, men have a harder time.
I think it's that pettiness.
It's just
and
the
men
one
can be very
up.
petty, but like women just
want
have
that
a way
one
of
up.
Women have a way of digging the key in and twisting it when they
and then
really
lifting.
want to. Oh shit, they do all that?
Yeah.
I think they pull it out too, so you bleed out.
No, because when she scratched the car, I saw the...
Oh. Did she scratch like a heart and then like do the like a broken heart? That would be funny. Because you broke her heart, so it's like... Did you break her heart? Is that why?
Yeah, she wrote whore, slut, something else through some eggs and yeah.
Not the eggs.
In the car, while I'm in the car.
Wait, you were in the car?
I was in the car. My window was down. We were speaking through cars because I would not get out the car. She was in
I think you mentioned that.
And she threw it. When I looked down at my phone, all I heard is pew, pew.
It didn't go inside your car, though.
It went inside my car.
Des, what?
And that's when I got out my car. And I'm like, did you just throw an egg in my car? Did I just throw an egg in your car? Did you seriously just throw an egg in my car? I don't know. Did you see me throw an egg in your car?
I didn't know the egg went inside.
It went inside and outside.
How many went in?
2 went
in. Did she have like a full dozen with her?
I don't know because I didn't even look. Because that's premeditated.
She
you don't just fucking have eggs in your car.
Yeah.
Especially at 7, 8 in the morning.
No, she brought them.
Exactly. So that's what I mean.
She bought them and then brought them.
So, and you brought something to also puncture my tires. So you're trying. That's why I can't tell people things I like except for chicken because people are fucked.
Yo, watch, they'll take that from you too.
You see what I'm saying?
Chicken loving bitch.
Buck, 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 bitch.
Buck, buck, bitch.
The fuck you gonna lay an egg?
So stupid. Oh God. But all right, that was an interesting episode. Des, you want to let them know where they can find you?
You can find me on Instagram at DesiD18. Why are you laughing?
I was gonna say something. Oh God.
We're waiting.
They can find you in the chicken aisle.
That was a good one.
Thanks.
Joe, where can they find you?
Nowhere. Don't look for me.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no. Instagram and Twitter at Jonel Wilson. And of course, the podcast is at This Square Room on Instagram, Twitter, and of course, our website as well is thissquareroom.com. I think that is all for today. So we will see you in next week's episode. We'll see you next Tuesday.